Welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 2. In this unit, you will be learning how to make meaningful names for element IDs and set up a user interface of an app, including buttons, text, and images. So this is the basic introduction to design mode. So get your design hat on and start thinking about how apps work and how you can design your own. To start off with, I want you to think about this question. What is a common app that you use? Take a minute to sketch the user interface of the main screen onto a sheet of scrap paper or in your notebook or some piece of paper that you have laying around. Note how the user actually interacts with the app. So I'm going to go ahead and put up my stop video sign and go ahead and take a moment to stop the video. Okay. Once you're back, yesterday we took a look at some different apps and talked about input and output. We also discussed the user interface, and so today we're going to actually learn how to build the user interface in the App Lab on Code Studio. To do this, you're going to go to Unit 2, Lesson 2, Level 2, and you can click this link to get straight in, and then all you'll need to do is sign into your account. Once you're in, you're going to see a whole bunch of different buttons that you can use and interact with. You can mess around with all of these different features on here, all the properties, the ID names, the colors, the image. You can take a look at all the different things that you see here. You can change the themes, mess around, play around. That's kind of what you get to do in the first part of this lesson. Now I'm going to navigate back to Canvas to talk about what you're doing. So in level 2, you're just examining, you're messing around, feeling around, and then notice that the screen can be changed by clicking the drop down at the top of the screen app, and that each element has different properties that can be changed depending on the type of element. Okay. For example, a label has a choice like text alignment and font family, while an image has choices like fit image. So just go ahead and mess around. Take some time to do this. Once you're done messing around, stop the video. Okay, and then after you've done that, you're going to navigate to lessons 3 through 7 in Code Studio. So in these levels, you will learn how specific elements are set up and edited. It introduces you to the concept of themes, which control the overall look of an app. No matter what theme is chosen, you have the ability to override any element design. So let's go ahead and take a look at Code Studio Lesson 3. So navigate to the next one. And in lesson 3, it wants you to click on the screen element and match the theme to the picture. So you mess around, change the theme. Themes are right here, and you want to match it to the picture. Mine is already matched because I forgot I've done this before, but you will need to match it. So you can click around, change these up, and then here's our picture of what we're trying to match it to down here. Okay? And you're going to navigate through all these levels trying to do all the different tasks. Okay? Then in level 8, you will work from a given image to recreate the user interface. It's okay if you are not exact. If you don't get colors matched perfectly, don't worry about it. Okay? Do the best that you can. The goal is simply that you become comfortable setting up the user interface so that you can now do this when you're assigned the project of creating your own. So if it's not perfect, doesn't match exactly, don't worry about it. Be sure you understand it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 8 to show you that. And number 8, again, here's what we're going to try and create, this practice log. And you're going to try and get something that looks similar to that. And again, just do your best, spend some time working and learning how all of these things work. That completes the activity. You're going to spend a lot of time here. When you're done, you want to go back and check that you've completed all bubbles. And then once you've done all of this, you're going to submit your answer to the following 3 questions. What elements can collect input? So you're going to take a look at here and take a look, what are these, what of your elements collect input when you interact with them? What of your elements display output? And do you think there are elements that can do both? So go ahead and answer that question, and then you are done with this lesson.